Welcome back, Scrap Talk Nation. He's Derek, I'm Law, and today we've got a special guest. Current undefeated in MMA, current undefeated in bare knuckle BKFC boxing, the current BKFC featherweight champion, the inaugural BKFC featherweight champion. And guess what? In about a week, he's going to be what I'm going to call the universal worldwide BKFC featherweight champion, King Kai Stewart. Kai, how are you, man?
Doing great. I got a boom fist on my trip to Canada at the BKFC merchandise headquarters, and yeah, fucking had to pump that out for the intro. But man, I'm feeling good. I appreciate that. Can't wait to get rid of that silver belt that Nico's probably going to carry on stage. I'm just gonna snatch that. Just gonna snatch that right from him and call it a day. If he touches my belt on stage, I will punch him in the face. So I will tell them, do not let him reach for my belt because I will punch him in the face because that guy, like, he doesn't deserve to touch a gold belt. He carries that silver belt around like it's a thing, and I think that was just something to get the Italian and Spain fans excited, and now it's time to get rid of that. Just like we were going to get rid of the UK title against Gary Fox, and then whatever happened to that. But yeah, ready to go, ready to rock out with our cock out. Let's fucking go, boys.
I am ready to see it. I'm pumped. Hey man, we're gonna get into all that with BKFC, but we want to start back at the beginning. We were chatting just a little bit before this. We're Oklahoma boys. I noticed you're a Kansas boy originally, but I also noticed three-time state champion in Montana in wrestling. First, damn. Second, how'd you start? Tell me about the background. Was wrestling your first discipline? How'd you get from Kansas to Montana? All that, man.
Man, so I've been in Montana as long as I can remember. Like, there's vivid kind of somewhat memories. We did a very small. My mom got remarried, and we spent a very, very small stint down there. 2009, 2010. I was 9 and 10 years old. So, I was definitely born down there. I resonate down there a little bit. They're very, very, I wouldn't say similar to a Montana lifestyle, but in its own right. It's agriculture, it's hunting, it's, you just like I visited Perry, Oklahoma there for a little bit this year, and cut from similar cloth, you know what I mean? So, but then Montana, really, my mom was born up here. She has family up here. Her dad's up here. So my grandpa, I don't know why I said her dad, but really that's why we ended up moving up here while I was so young. And then I've just, I've loved the lifestyle ever since. I was turning my camera here just a little bit. That's a Montana muley. Photo doesn't do it much justice. That's my biggest deer. Yeah, I'm a Montana boy through and through. I represent the state. I have it tattooed on my back. And yeah, wouldn't trade it for the world. We are staying in Spokane for fight camps right now. Might be doing some fight camps up in TriStar in Canada. So I'm not stuck to Montana, but Montana is home. So we're actually going to move back from Spokane, and we are going to have a good go live in Montana whenever I'm not in fight camp mode, and then we're gonna go find the best partners in the world for future fight camps.
When did you start wrestling?
Oh, sorry. I was 4 years old in Montana. Fort Benton, they called them the Shorthorns, the Fort Benton Shorthorns. We're the little guy wrestling club. And, I started like any kid starts a sport. Their parents want them out of the house and active. And every time a teacher told us to write about something, I would write about fucking wrestling. Like, wrestling just became a huge part of my identity and how I carried myself on a day-to-day basis, from the hard work to the discipline. So wrestling helped me get good grades. Wrestling helped me not be in street fights outside the ring or cage in my entire life. Never been in a street fight. I owe wrestling, all of it to wrestling and the wrestling coaches that have helped me through and through. But it all started at 4.5 years old in Fort Benton, Montana.
When did you start kind of working stand-up, working striking, kind of getting that?
2021. I mean, that's very, very loose. So that's whenever I really started boxing. My whole MMA career, 10 amateur fights. I had no want or need to stand and bang with people. I wanted to know just enough to defend myself. I wanted to take people down and choke them out. So I didn't really excel and really focus the striking until really I accepted my debut bare knuckle fight 2 weeks before the fight. Is whenever we really dug deep into boxing. So I'm still very green, very, very new.
So you mean to tell me that you've been boxing for 4 or 5 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What are we going to see in the next 10 years?
Yeah, fake it till we make it, my guy. Like I know that the bare knuckle rule set really played in my favor. Straight boxers just always, glove boxers always, if a ref tells them to, well, as soon as they start to clinch, they both put their arms in the air and the ref pulls them apart in glove boxing. And, you know, bare knuckle fighting, you know, it's not bare knuckle boxing, it's bare knuckle fighting. That's just not the case. So that's how I really got through my first, I would say, 4 fights, well, 6 fights, I'd say. I activated my clinch and I wore people down and I broke them. I'm still doing the same thing, but you're seeing a lot more of me just being an absolute sniper. I'm in, I'm out. I clinch whenever I need to. So we're really seeing the evolution. But mostly it's because I'm just learning how to box a little bit more. I'm not changing much up. I don't do a lot of clinch work. I don't train the clinch very much. I do, but I don't. I've wrestled for 17 years. These boxers, Nico Gaffey is a kickboxer. They're not going to learn a clinch in one fight camp, you know. This is his 4th bare knuckle fight total. They're not going to learn that. So I know where I struggle and where I need help. You know, not to give up too much, but nobody has come at me. And we're really hoping Nico Gaffey comes straight forward at me like he has everybody else, because I've never got to show how good I am at sniping short guys on the way in. You know, I'm going to snipe this fool. I think he's going to give me an opportunity to get my first finish as a world champion. Because I'm not a power puncher. I'm a volume puncher. But that's how I've had to fight, because nobody, like, as soon as they're in there, all these forward pressure fighters just don't forward pressure me. So I don't know if it's because I stick and move. I'm just awkward in there. My angles are too good. I'm too fucking fast. I don't know what it is, but part of me believes we're going to see the same fucking thing with Nico. But if not, I get to finally show people how I actually train, because I don't really train how I fight. I don't, because I fight how I fight, because I know that's how I can beat people.
So when you said you in and out, like I hadn't watched much bare knuckle till recently, and I was a huge fan. But you're like, I would have guessed you'd been boxing forever, because you are, like you said, your angles are so good. You're in and out constantly. So that blew my mind just now. You've only been doing it for a handful of years. So you're going to looking forward to see what happens.
Yeah, even in wrestling, it's just been angle. You can't score a decent takedown unless you're an angle, which is hilarious, because I never really was an angle wrestler. I was just an all gas, no break, power double, just make it dirty wrestler. So it's very funny how my whole life I didn't want to stand and bang, 0 street fights, you know, this and that, and then you fast forward and the turns have officially tabled, and I fucked around, and now I'm pound for pound one of the best in the fucking world. So
hey, not one of this podcast, you are number 1.
Yeah, let's fucking go, baby. You know, I appreciate that, and I could see how people could say that, because we have people above me with losses on their record, and unfortunately, Austin Trout, he's my dog. He's a fucking G. He's amazing, but I have almost double the fights he does in the organization. So that's why I definitely have a claim for pound. Lorenzo Hunt has a loss. You know, Mick Terrell made him look pretty easy. I know that it was an arm break, but he was out that's why his arm was limp. He was out, but he is knocking these guys the fuck out. So does he have a claim for number 1? Absolutely. Do I have a claim for number 1? Absolutely. And I'm only getting better, and I'm going to continue to prove it. So you guys, like, I'm going to keep doing my thing, put a smile on my face. But win, lose, or draw, I just have so many fun things on the horizon. Like, it doesn't matter what happens in that ring. I work hard enough and I've talked enough shit to set up super fight after super fight. So in the meantime, I signed a 5-fight deal, 2 years, 2 years with this organization. I do believe it's going to be even more than that. But yeah, there's no pressure, man. No pressure doing this game. This is my game.
So one of the things I really want to talk about, because it intrigues me so much, is that I box and I've done it MMA, but I've never bare knuckle would be a no for me, dog. But how you like the training aspect for it has got to be so much different than as you just gloved boxing.
Mm-hmm. Man, I haven't done a lot of gloved boxing.
How does your punch selection change? How does what adjustments you got to make from gloves to non?
Yeah, so I love that. I haven't done a lot of professional boxing, but I have done a lot of amateur boxing classes. I think amateur boxers have a very, 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 very good advantage in this game. I personally want to protect my hands long term. So it's like I condition my hands, but I don't overdo it. I use like rice and sand, and I do knuckle push-ups. Like I don't hit fucking concrete because I know that arthritis is already going to be bad in my future from landing. I'm 3 punches shy away from 1,000 career punches in bare knuckles. So I do know that eventually I'm going to need stem cells. I'm going to need to really take care of my hands. So that's why I just put on big old gloves. So I do train with fat gloves on. My hands turn into piss missiles on fight night because I'm throwing 10 to 16 ounces all fight camp. But I do think that amateur boxing has a lot of really good qualities because it's a game of, point scoring and getting the fuck out of the way and not getting hit. So I know that with the bare knuckle, there's a lot of knockouts, but people that plant their feet and make it a 50-50 fight, like people do in boxing, it's making it a 50-50 fight is so stupid. Yeah, you can make it a 50-50 fight in boxing a lot easier without worrying about getting slept because you have the big puffy gloves to protect you. But in bare knuckle, it's literally a game of not getting hit. And I think a lot of people have it backwards. I think a lot of people think that all the meatheads here, which are amazing and make this sport very, very exciting, but they have 50-50 records, and they have 50-50 records not because they're worse than the guys that they're fighting. They just allow them to let it happen. So I just train a lot of amateur boxing type stuff, but I'm also just like, I'm kind of my own coach. I have coaches, but at the end of the day, I'm the one with over an hour of ring time. I listen to my boxing coach. I listen to my wrestling coach. I listen to my mindset coach. All my coaches are amazing and they all give great advice. But at the end of the day, not one of them has been in a bare knuckle fight. So it's just, we're making this shit up as we go. So it's a little mix of pro boxing, a little mix of amateur, MMA, a little Muay Thai because of the clinch, wrestling, of course, but it's a mixture of everything, man.
I love how you made the specific differentiation about bare knuckle fighting. And I think that is something specifically like what you were just talking about, because when I watch you fight, when you watch bare knuckle, most of the time it seems like someone's getting in there with the main thought of just knock someone out. That's really it. That's the number one thing I'm trying to do. You fight. Like you're not just trying to knock someone out. You're trying to win the fight how you can. And that's what I like.
Yeah, I agree. It's very important to protect yourself in a dangerous sport like this. So that's kind of, growing up, not getting a lot of street fights, I think it keeps me, scared is the wrong word, but it's the best word to describe it. It keeps me just a fucking cunt hair scared. Just a cunt hair scared to not want to take a bare knuckle to the face. And clearly I've been chin checked and I walk right through it with a smile, but I don't want that. I don't fucking want that. And a cut can end anything. So it's even bigger of a difference to not get fucking hit.
Yeah.
One of the things I was wanting to ask too, you was talking about defense. How does defense change in bare knuckle from even MMA or boxing? Because you got either big puffy gloves, you can cover, you can do different things. But like you talked about, one punch with bare knuckle, you can get a big gash, and that can lose a fight right then. So what's the differences in defenses like? Can you explain that just a little bit for us?
I mean, for me, it's my feet don't stop moving. You can't hit what's not there. I do think that there's a level of like parrying punches, trying to catch punches, but at the end of the day, I think it's a lot easier just to be out of the way. So that's why people say cardio doesn't matter in a 2 minute round. Well, I'm breaking all these motherfuckers. So they tell me like nobody will be able to, because I look at my whoop, I track my every move 24 hours a day, and I put in at least 20,000 steps a day in the ring, just in my training. Like, so nobody can do that like me. I train for that. A lot of people are just training for the knockout. I guarantee Nico's training for the knockout. All these guys think that, like, I do believe that that's the only way that I'm gonna get beat. I don't, like, nobody's gonna outdog me, nobody's gonna outwork me, nobody's gonna break me. My feet will never stop moving, but if I get clipped, fuck. God wanted me to get clipped, you know? Like I just and that's why it's more fun for me to impose my will, tell the world I'm gonna break them. Cause it's like knockouts are, I'd say 85% luck, 89% luck, and then you have to have the power. You have to have the power, the perfectly placed punch, because it's perfectly placed, and in a competition, perfectly is so hard to get unless it's fucking luck. Some people have picked their shots. I'm not going to take that away from people, but that's why the celebrations are usually so shocking. Like, oh my God, I got a knockout. I didn't plan that shit. It just happened. So that's kind of where I'm at. My knockout will eventually come, but my job is to break these guys. My job is to make them never want to fight me again. So defense isn't just anybody that does this in bare knuckle is going to probably get knocked the fuck out. Just saying.
Hey, that belt gets put over your shoulder whether you knock them out or not. So
100%. At this point, like exactly. John Jones won his first UFC title at 23. I was 22, and all John Jones had to do was continue to win and stay out of trouble, and he ended up not. I'm hoping that we stay out of trouble and we just keep winning. So bare knuckle's gonna make it. Bare knuckle's gonna be a mainstream, biggest sport in the world, one of the biggest sports in the world. Not to discredit the UFC, not to discredit all of the great stuff that's come before us, but we are a completely new sport. That's why it's taking so long. But as soon as we get a TV deal, guys, as soon as we get a fucking TV deal, it's all over. So, it's just too exciting.
I would already say it's mainstream. I understand what you're saying about the TV deal.
You are 100% right.
Yeah, it's already. Go for it, Derek.
Sorry, I was lagging real bad. Anyway, yeah, like a couple episodes ago, hadn't sat and watched an entire bare knuckle boxing match from top to bottom, or bare knuckle fighting card, and I watched. I think it was the card in Las Vegas a month ago, whatever it was.
And or wait, in Las Vegas.
Philly. Sorry, Philly.
I was there.
Okay, yeah, I was in Philly. But I sat and watched that, and I was texting Law that for like. I was texting Law like, oh my God, like I was so excited. Like I can see how that sport will take off. Like like you said, if y'all get a TV deal, man, like it drew me in like that. So I'm 100% behind you on that, man.
Well, because listen, we had Philly sold out 18,000 people, and I saw it with my own eyes. I know that they were there for a specific person, but that's 18,000 people that filled the stands. Like, because I'm gonna be honest, it shocked me how many people left before the main event, but they ride for their Italian guys. They ride for the Garbarino, the cannoli. He's a fucking star in Philly, man. Like that was amazing to see. Very, very cool stuff. But bare knuckle's so close, especially with Conor McGregor. I can hit up Conor McGregor typically any day of the week. He'll reply. He's very, very involved. He's very passionate about bare knuckle. So like, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I just think that, yeah, I think they just had to tighten some stuff up, tighten ship, and we're gonna let King Kai fucking cook. Let me fucking cook, and we'll go mainstream, baby.
Hey, Kyle, and I'm not asking for any secrets here. Obviously, you got to fight in a week, so you're in the thick of it right now. But tell me, what's a normal day like when you're in the middle of camp training for a fight?
Well, I strength and condition 3 days a week. We're working very, very specific things. We're not training like meatheads. It's all science backed. It's all numbers backed. We trust the data, and I trust my coach Dylan Lemery. And a lot of people say
Are
I
you
don't
working
run.
explosiveness? Is that a big part of what you're trying to work on?
Yeah, because we know that my cardio is good. We know that I can go 5 rounds with zero issue, no matter what happens. Like we've just been in the trenches. I've done, whenever we were in Dubai and it was 122 degrees outside, I was out there doing 15 rounds, no problem. So it's like I know we're not going to get tired. I have some deficiencies, which comes from me being a runner my entire life. I was not a lifter. I ran to cut weight for wrestling. So, but my deficiencies have grown exponentially, and every single fight you see more and more knockdowns. So it's just a matter of time before that lucky, perfectly placed punch goes through and I knock somebody out. But I'm sure they're going to be broken by the time that happens.
Are you sparring every day?
No, I actually, well, yeah, kinda. I have really, really light sparring days. The thing is I do most of my hard, heavy sparring outside of fight camp. I don't want to risk anything. So a lot of the people that I spar with, I can control the tempo pretty good. Like they will come at me whenever it's time to come at me. But at the end of the day, like we're just working technical positions, not taking brain damage and just getting our timing in. So we don't do that every day. I go hard as fuck, maybe twice a week, depending on how I'm feeling. I've been feeling fucking great lately. I've just been absolutely fucking everybody up. No offense to my teammates, but I'm a world champion for a reason. So I'm like, and I hope that they're learning in these rounds as well. And everybody leaves with good attitudes and everything. I've been sparring outside of town too, and we're really working on our timing because once I get in there, sometimes I do get a little bit ahead of myself and I move quicker than I need to, but I'm going to get in there and I'm going to end up just wanting to break the dude anyway. So as long as we're working everything every day, but I do a couple boxing workouts a day. We incorporate we have a system. We have a system in play. Drillers make killers. I do the same thing every single day. I know where I lack and I know where I'm great. So we have just a system of how much we do of each.
We're right at a week. Well, just about 4 days over a week out right now. Are you slowing down or are you still
10 days?
10 days. So yeah. So are you slowing down right now? Are you what's your training? Are you going hardcore right now? What is it?
Well, I cut a lot of weight for 145. So I gotta maintain my water. I started my water load, so we're making sure we get some extra sweat in. I mean, I'm an all gas, no brake type of guy. Everything like perfect practice makes perfect. So I hate the term slow down. I guess tapering would be very, very a much better word, I guess. Just because I don't want to burn myself out because we're really fucking like I'm good right now. Like I sometimes wish fight night was tomorrow because I'm ready to go, locked and loaded. But I'm working on timing. I'm definitely gonna spar maybe 2 more times before the fight. But the work is done. The work is done. There's just little things, getting the weight down, feeling good in the weight cut, and taking home my record-breaking 6th world title.
How's your weight cut going?
Oh, it's 100%. Yeah, I have Mr. Luigi Melli. He's a nutritionist out of Montreal, Canada. I met him through my agent, and once I started working with him, life is easy. I text him in the morning. We get everything worked out, and I follow his meal plan and everything's great. I also started this fight camp much, much lighter than typical. Just because I've stayed very ready because I've had 2 fights lined up before this one and they both fell through. So we have done a lot better job of staying ready only because we've got ready twice. I love boating. I love grilling hot dogs on the boat. Like I fucking love being a human for my time off. I've earned my time off. But we're going to stay really locked in because I think we're going to fight 3 times this year. And whenever I fight 3 times this year, then we'll have time to, fight once or twice a year to show these motherfuckers I still got it.
Can't wait.
You just talking about preparation and training. I noticed. I didn't notice until I watched the first event, but they all start within just a few feet of each other for like.
Oh yeah.
How do you train for that? Like, y'all start sparring like that, or is there like, do you like drill that? Or I mean, if you don't have to tell us, if you don't want, but I mean, there's a secret.
Everybody dreads. I don't know if they dread it, but there's always like a sigh every time that I'm like, all right, we're towing the line and we're 3 feet apart. I don't know. I love it. You can either take a step back, which I've done before. You can fucking all gas, no brakes. And I'm like, it's very, very fun to see how people decide to start. And I've watched almost I do watch every bare knuckle event just to see the different styles so I can incorporate different things. And a lot of things that work. Maybe you switch it up every single round. So we definitely train for that. We got a lot of really fun things up our sleeves. So I can't wait to show you guys, and I hope that we can circle back and do a victory episode, and maybe we can discuss it more in depth on how I do what I'm gonna do to this guy March 20th.
How did the fight with Nico come about?
It just kind of popped up, man. I was supposed to fight Edgar Plazola. He's the #1 contender, but come to find out, he led us along, and he had surgery on his hand and fucking wasn't medically fucking cleared and pissed me off. And like, whatever, the dream killer, whatever, it's his dreams are crushed because I'm all gas, no brakes. Like we had a great conversation in contract negotiations, and it was just like, the bottom line was I really didn't argue much for money on my contract. I just said, please let me be active. Like, you guys have a Ferrari. What's the point of fucking not driving your Ferrari? So I just want to stay as active as possible. It allowed people to call me a duck, and that's just absolutely not the case. And you know, it is me versus me at the end of the day, but nothing feels better than proving haters wrong. And that's why it's like, you know, if there's ever a loss one day, I can't wait for all the haters to realize that I don't give a shit. You know, I do. At the end of the day, like I do. Everybody's gonna feel a certain way if they were to lose their world title, but I'm the first ever 145-pound world champion. I've defended my belt 4 times, going for my 5th defense, 6th title. Like, and I've gotten to meet so many fucking cool people along the way. But look up and down the roster of how many people have called me out. 135, 155, some 65ers, you know, so many doors open to some fun fucking buildups if that was to happen. So like, I love this shit, guys. See, I get on tangents and just completely start talking about shit because like it comes up because I love it. I everything about bare knuckle, everything about what I do as a showman has always just been kind of what I wanted to do. It wasn't on my bingo card to be in BKFC, but we're making the most of it. I knew I was going to be like a social media something. I just had no idea what I was going to do. And this is what I was born to fucking do.
I love it. So after that fight, you'll be the undisputed worldwide BKFC featherweight champion. In the future, any aspirations to move up in weight? I mean, you kind of just said it right then, but
I mean, there's a guy at 135 who just won his first title who thinks that he has any right to call any shot. So he also fought and jumped ship because he was like, I don't have to ask bare knuckle to do a gloved boxing match. I wasn't under contract. Bitch, I sat on the sideline because I love this company. I'm going to rep this belt to the best of my ability. So how about I go down to 135 and beat his ass? And then I can look at being the first ever 3-division champion, because a move to 55 is definitely in my future. Like, I've been 145 pounds since I was 17 years old. So I wrestled in high school at 145. My junior year was 138. So I definitely, 135 would be hard, but for legacy, you do hard things. 150, and then I can focus on going to 145, defend it a couple more times, get my fucking $3 million equity deal that they mentioned last summer, and then we move on to 155.
I could not even imagine you at 135. You would be massive at 135.
Mm-hmm. They wouldn't be fucking safe, bro. They wouldn't be safe. Nope. Joy Boy would not be safe. He's gonna shit bricks if my name comes across the table. He's going to second guess himself. He will not want to fight me.
I think after you win this belt and have your 5th defense, I think you can call your shots. And I mean, you've earned that to do whatever you want. And if you say, hey, BKFC, I want to go down to 135 and beat this dude's ass, like, I think they will 100% accommodate.
Yeah, we're going to see what we can do, because I know that a super fight did come across my desk in this offseason. That was one of the fights that fell through, unfortunately. But that would have involved me cutting to a catchweight 140. Like, I'm willing to do that too, while my division, because, you know, I do think 145 is a very tough division. But Nico Gaffey is a 3-fight guy who's never fought a top 5. Well, I can't say that. He fought the former #1 contender, Brandon Allen. But I always said Brandon Allen wasn't shit, because he got his ass kicked like 3 fights in a row, but then got a fucking 3rd round lucky fucking KO. Like, he was getting his ass kicked. So I knew that somebody that just kept their distance, was patient, would just fuck him up. So Nico is a 3-fight guy. I would love to see the division just fucking figure themselves out, fight each other, give me a real #1 contender to make me, like, you know, feel like somebody really wants to earn a world title instead of just, you know, get gifted a world title shot. So whether I go a super fight, whether I go 135, 155, like, I'm just going to stay active. And if I'm not active, like, I already have permission and BKFC's blessing to run up some RAF matches, some wrestling matches. So the wrestler in me will never die. But my first priority is to continue to win world titles and win fights. I really want the big money fights and the ex-UFC guys and ex-UFC world champions is what I want to start doing. And I hopefully I get a couple that are still in their prime, you know. Well, I wouldn't say prime, but like close to it.
Yeah. So tell us about the behind the scenes with BKFC. How do you spoke glowingly of them, but do they treat the fighters well, or is all of that good? Any issues that you've had?
I'll be completely transparent, because I mean, I'm not one to hesitate to bitch if there needs to be something bitched about. But right now we're in a great spot considering where Bare Knuckle's at. Everybody's got to give Bare Knuckle credit where credit's due, that they're a new fucking company, like a new sport. And I'm not saying a new company, because they've been around for 8-9 years. Like, they have some great investors, they have some great people behind them, but they only have like 36 full-time employees. The UFC has like 1,100, you know? So it's like, I get that there's communication errors, but outside of that, Bare Knuckle cares about their fighters. They care about us. I do wish that communication was better sometimes. That's why I sat on the bench and didn't even try to get an RAF wrestling match, just because I didn't know whenever I was going to fight. I do know that there was fights behind the scenes that fell through, and if there was a little bit more communication behind those fights, we would have been in a much better. I wouldn't have bitched on Facebook so much, but I was getting a lot of clicks, and I got some great Facebook monetization from bitching about Bare Knuckle. But it really, I do bleed black and yellow, so it's like, this is my home. Bare Knuckle till I die. I know I said that I'm here for 2 more years, 5-5 contract, but I really do think that in the meantime, they're gonna sign a TV deal. We're gonna rip this contract up, and we're gonna sign something long term to really make sure that I just achieve my personal financial and legacy goals. And I do believe that I can do all of that with Bare Knuckle, and it's because they care about the fighters. It's just a new company, so there's just lack of communication because they don't have enough people. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Okay. Do you mentioned you want some old UFC champions? You want to fight some of those guys, or some guys just out, you know what I mean, just out of UFC? Who are some of the guys you want to fight?
I would love to fight Sugar Sean O'Malley. That's a big one, but it used to be, you know, a lot of disrespect towards him because he disrespected me. There's a level of Montana respect, at least for my end. I know that his team doesn't give a fuck about me. I do think that he has his hands crazy full with Ayman Zahabi. I got to train up there with Ayman Zahabi. And that is a camp that I want to train quite a bit with. So I think that it's kind of crazy that he's fighting him now. I don't think that fight will ever happen because I just don't think Sean O'Malley will ever fight me. I don't think that he would want to stoop that low or whatever he thinks about himself. But it's like, you know, getting ragdolled by Merab. It's like Merab's a machine. He's great, and O'Malley's great. Like his striking's great, and it would be scary and bare knuckle. It'd be a fun fucking fight. I just don't think he would ever do that. So from there, who has Sean O'Malley called out? He's called out Cody Garbrandt. Let's try to fight Cody Garbrandt. You know, that would be a fucking fantastic one. Jeremy Stevens. Jeremy Stevens has me blocked on Instagram. Let's fucking scrap. Let's scrap, motherfucker. I beat Jimmy Rivera. I 50-45'd him. So who else is there? I mean, there for a while I did call out Eddie Alvarez. I'm really happy they didn't give me that fucking fight. I think now it's a different conversation. Whenever I was calling him out and being fucking brutal about Eddie Alvarez and he actually replied, I was like looking back now, I'm like, it's a good thing. But if we were to fight now, that'd be fun as fuck because it's like I've just gotten so much better. But Eddie just shouldn't fight anymore. Just respect the legend. He let me into his gym and he's a fucking legend of the sport. He's fucking he like creme de la creme. But it's really any name that's ready to come over. At this point, even glove boxers, there for a while, you know, Ryan Garcia was he was like ineligible for boxing or suspended for boxing. I was really hoping that we can get a super fight going. He's buddies with now BYB's fucking owner who used to be involved with bare knuckle. So it's like I really thought that fight could have maybe come to fruition if I talked enough shit. But, you know, these glove boxers just get paid so much money that I wouldn't fight bare knuckle either. But at this point in my life, I would, you know, getting having the luxury of fighting with gloves for so long. I don't think I would fucking come to bare knuckle for, you know, probably likely a step down in money just because glove boxing is stupid money. But yeah, just really like literally bare knuckle is my rule set, my sport. I'm making it up as I go. Like I literally mean anybody. And I'm at the top. So it's like, it's hard for me to even think of names because I am the name. Like at this point, I am the name. And until they bring me somebody like a Cody Garbrandt or Jeremy Stevens, like I'm going to remain the name.
We were actually just talking the other day about how hard of a fight that actually is for Sean at the White House. It was surprising to me that that's going to be on the White House, considering he's fighting a Canadian, and that's going to be a tough fight for him. I don't think people realize.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I've seen while Ayman Zahabi's training that we haven't really seen from him in the UFC yet. And it's just, I really do believe that I might even head on up there and hang out with my manager for a couple weeks and see if I can't help that. And, you know, if Ayman wins and O'Malley's looking for a job, I got a fucking job for him. And it's like, I think that bare knuckle suits O'Malley. I think it's a better rule set for him. I think that makes the fight that much better. If him and I were to fight in the UFC, I'd beat his ass. Like have you seen Merab versus Sean O'Malley? That's exactly how it would go. Exactly how it would go to a T, if not worse, because I'm bigger than Merab. Like I'm just a bigger guy. So it's like Ayman Zahabi's gonna fuck him up. It's gonna be crazy. O'Malley's gonna be like, why is this 38-year-old? Why am I letting this 38-year-old beat the shit out of me? It's, you know,
at the White House.
I will say O'Malley can sleep anybody in the world. Like I'm not gonna ever take away from the legend because he's a UFC world champion. He defended his belt, and we are at the end of the day both from Montana, so he can sleep for sure. But he's got like there's a blueprint to beating O'Malley, you know. And I didn't think O'Malley really, I think he did enough to win. I think it's definitely, you could definitely argue both guys could have won that fight, but like, you know, I thought it was close. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to that fight. That's a good fight.
I love that you mentioned Cody. That would be a perfect fight for you. The name recognition, what he's done in the past. I think that would go really well for you. But that
Well,
would
him and I is faced off in Sturgis. That's the only reason that I would pitch that name. I would love that name to come across my desk, and I'm chomping at the bit. He said something to me straight to my face, and I was like, "Hey, man, like, all due respect, I'd love to scrap and bare knuckle with no gloves." And he goes, "It's gonna happen sooner than y'all think." So whenever he said that, I was like, but now he's all like, "Oh, I don't want to go. Like, UFC's my home. There is no plan B." And I'm just in I comment now. Now I'm gonna get into homie's head because he's a head case. But I'm gonna be like, remember what you said? Are you backstepping? Are you backstepping a little bit? So it's all in fun, all in like that, like you guys said, great fight for me, great career building defining moment, but it's also like he could put my lights out. He's a good fighter. He's a great fighter. And you know, his boxing still looks fucking amazing. It's just whenever people add kicks, add knees, it's just he's just not there anymore. He's not there anymore. But boxing and his strength and his power is just so much fun. It'd be so much fun to fight Cody Garbrandt and bare knuckle.
Oh, that would love that. He's still super fast. That speed hasn't gone away very much yet, so that would be fun. I agree with you though with Sean and Cody. It almost is like the bare knuckle like fighting style. Like that's a better rule set for both of them. Even their personalities that they like to portray out there. It's just everything about it seems to be like more set up for them.
Yeah, but people are like, the UFC is the creme de la creme, but a lot of people are pissed off with the UFC right now with them signing the boxers to Zuffa Boxing and paying them too much money. And it's like there you have people that are that have done everything through the UFC. The UFC's the Zuffa Boxing is there because of the UFC, and the UFC fighters are getting paid less money. So now, you know, Dana White did say the fighter pay is going to be okay. There must be a plan in place, and you know, I really hope that I have a lot of friends in the UFC. I've built a lot of UFC friends over the years, and I hope that that's the truth, so I can see my friends succeed and have a happy life. While, you know, like I said, bare knuckle just needs a TV deal, and we're all going to be like, I know I'm going to be at the top of the fucking payment list. I'm youngest champion still, so it's like, yeah, I fucking love this shit. Love this shit, man. Like, I'm gonna get paid fat one day. I'm gonna get paid fat as fuck. And if I don't, like, let's say I don't get paid fat as fuck, I'm just gonna keep all my belts. And one day, whenever, you know how most fighters blow all their money, I'm not saying I'm gonna do that, but if it happened, I could just sell all my belts in fucking 20 years. Whenever bare knuckle is one of the biggest sports on planet Earth. You know, it's just like there's so many fucking cool things about bare knuckle being in its infancy and me running this shit. There's so much fun.
And no one can ever take you're the inaugural featherweight champion away. No one can ever take that from you.
Yeah, it's something I like to call playing with house money. We're playing with house money right now. You know, win, lose, or draw. I don't want to get beat up. I feel like people that get beat up, fucking that shit hurts. So obviously I don't want that. But nothing changes for me. Nothing really changes for me, because at the end of the day, they're portraying me as the heel. They call me the most hated man in BKFC, which I agree with, because I'm fucking constantly called out. I'm written off. It's weird. It's weird for how dominant I've been to all the fucking poster childs. It's like I've beaten all of them, all these Miami guys that they pump a bunch of money into, and fucking I made them cry on the stool, literally. So what are we doing? What are we doing here, boys?
So I want to say, when you fight Sean O'Malley, I think that we'll talk that into fruition. It'll happen. When you do, I don't care where it's at. We'll be there. You know.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
well, I'm really hoping
you talked about it.
Okay, yeah, I'm hoping maybe one day it'll be in the open air stadium at Washington Grizz in Missoula, Montana. I think that's the biggest arena stadium in Montana. It's a outdoor football stadium, and it gets loud as fuck. And I think that him and I would sell that out with absolutely zero issue.
Oh, that'd be great. The setting for that would be absolutely beautiful too.
Yep, for real.
Hey, Kai, we appreciate you so much, man. We can't say how much we appreciate you coming on here. Beyond all the stuff, you're just a badass dude, man. Just
Thank you, man.
to it.
I appreciate you guys saying that.
We're gonna take you up
most hated. You ain't most hated here. We like it.
Yeah, we're gonna take you up on that offer coming back after you win that fight.
Please do. But hey, real quick, do you guys, being from Oklahoma, you guys dabble in the catfishing or no?
We
Everybody
do a
does
little bit.
You guys can find a spot to go fishing this summer or what?
100%.
Oh,
Okay, I mean big catfish because that's what I do.
yeah.
Montana doesn't get huge catfish. That's why I need to come to Oklahoma or Texas. So
100%.
You ever noodled?
I'm down if somebody else sticks their hand in
I'll
the
find a
hole
place and
first.
I'll send you a message. We'll take you there. I don't care.
As long as somebody else makes sure there ain't no fucking snakes or turtles in there first, then I'll fucking stick my hand in the hole.
So Kai, about 45 minutes from where we live, every year they have a yearly noodling festival, and it's thousands and thousands of people come out and do it. I'll get all the information and I'll send it to you off stream so you have it.
Yeah, you should get me the name of the owner as well, because whoever puts it on, because like that's something that I would absolutely love to promote myself at too. So
Okay.
yeah, if we get that going, obviously I got big shoes to fill in becoming a record-breaking 6th world title here in 11 days, guys. 10 days as soon as I open my eyes tomorrow morning. So I'm fucking pumped, guys. I appreciate you guys having me on, and 100% will be back on my victory lap tour. It'll probably take us a little bit of time, just like it did. Got to shout out your guys' fucking patience. I'm so locked in, man. I'm so into this, and I love this shit, and I hope it shows by my commitment to what I have to do first.
Well, we're excited to see you fight again. Look forward to it every time, and again, we'll take you up on that offer to come back. Thank you, sir. Everybody have a good night.
Have a good